So here we are on another day. It was late wrapping up the last one. Didn't really get a good look around here. As you can see, or as we've already stated before, all our bunks are in. Everything's moved up at least 4 feet, so we should be right about here with our stance, and we're not sure. It's close, not sure. Curvatures and all that good stuff, the way the boat hangs off the ass end of the trailer. Everything's an inch here, inch there, and it all could end up being something different. So we'll see when it actually gets dropped on what it's going to do. Got brakes to hook up today. Then we got to cut off this end. And then we're going to have to cut these brake light holders off and a bunch of other stuff and start welding, but that'll be closer up towards the garage because my extension cord only goes so long. Time to get to work. Reinstalling the brakes worked out pretty darn good, to be honest. All I had to do was just kind of flip them over from this side over to that side and reinstall them. Put some nice big zip ties on them. Yeah, those monster zip ties that they use for like cables and stuff. That should hold it really well, better than those little plastic hangers that are all just dry rotted and falling off. Now, got another thunderstorm rolling in. And as another storm rolls in, our trailer just dropped 4 feet. And once it stops raining, I'm going to have to get some of these brackets and such off and finish off the ends, but that's something I can do with the boat still on it. And up closer to the garage, like I said, my extension cord's only about 10 or 12 feet for the 220, and it's not going to come all the way down here, that's for sure. I've gone ahead and I've cut my fenders down a little bit. They still need to be welded, but they're actually bolted up in place. You can step on that platform if you want to. And now I just need to take all these end pieces off, which I've been pretty much half of my day here has been just salvaging old pieces to put on a new trailer here. So we got a few cutoffs that need to be reinstalled. We have a pile of scrap metal over here, in which I say scrap lightly because I'm already looking at this guy here thinking that, yeah, that could be motor mount plates. We have a wash boat. Yeah, very odd, isn't it, to wash something in this condition. But like we said a couple videos ago, dude blew his transmission on the way down here. And yeah, he blew it all over the place. But the hull is in remarkably good shape. Looks a lot better now that we've got at least a couple layers of grease and grime off of it. Same goes with the trailer. We've been black from all the grease and grime and crap all over it. So did a lot of simple green and royal purple and got most of it off. I ain't gonna say it's all off because, you know, oh well, it's a trailer. You know, but at least every time you touch it, you don't turn black. And just for temporary, and on top of that, maybe a little bit of permanency here, I figured out how to get this last piece of fender stuck back on. It's not attached right now, but when we get closer to the house, we'll do some welding and try to stick it together, even if I have to stitch it together with some zip ties and make it look good. I think we're back together, and we didn't break a single U-boat. That's just amazing to me. Everything's pretty much ready to go. Just a little late to put it underneath tonight. We're gonna let everything dry out, and then I guess tomorrow will be stick it back underneath and start doing some other things. So you brought a friend this time. I already fed you. You guys need to keep on going. Come on. Yep, over the axle. Hey, being under that boat isn't too safe either. There's plenty of better places for you to be. Even flying our pirate flag today. Just feeling in the mood. We are almost up on the trailer here. We're finding that this roller here is on the wrong side, which no big deal. We're going to flip it over, and getting real close. Getting real close. Man, I'm glad I got that put away because I didn't want the wife to see it. Next thing she would have wanted me to do is actually use it and mow the lawn. It's going to rain the next 2 days, or I already would have, but we don't need to explain that. Well, she's back. Back on our trailer. A shortened version. I think it's enough on the front half there to get a spare tire, give you a little room for maneuvering. It's just a tad bit longer than the 19s because I had to actually cut it down because of the townhouse I lived in. You dropped a plumb bob off of that ball there and it would actually stick out in the alley about an inch. So we had to take that away. But this one is perfect for it. Still got a little settling to do. I'm not going to do much adjustments until we start getting banging around inside and such. I know the bow's off just a hair. It needs to go that way. But of course, right now we have tons of stuff to do, meaning we have things to clean up all over the place, and we need to take the gantry crane down. We're not going to take the top off right now. After looking at it, if we took the top off and built in the seats and such like it is on a 19 over here, refer it to the 19, now I have to come up with another nickname because they're both 19s. But long story short, if we do the build-ins for the seats on this one, when we install the top back on, it'll be in the way of doing the transom and doing the rear and the new deck inside. So we have rearranged our plans, and it's pretty good that we actually are thinking about it a little bit. Yeah, see, the boat's actually draining. Maybe it's tilted back at the moment. Holy cow. There's a first. Okay, so that's the plan. Right now, like I said, I think I'm going to spend the next hour or two doing some major cleanups. I do like the way the boat is sitting. It will settle over a little bit of time, plus it needs a motor, needs an outdrive, needs new decks, needs us bouncing around in it a whole lot to get it to settle into the trailer itself. And as we get towards the end, if it needs a little bit of adjustment, we can do that. That's not a big deal. Just especially when it's already the major work's been done. But speaking of other major work, after we get everything cleaned up, we got a bunch of brackets over here that need to go back on. And then of course we have to fix our tire over here, or our springs. So it's not over yet, but at least it's not sticking out in the middle of the driveway any longer. And I can put my truck back. Yay me. Alright, we're starting another day here. Got a little late last night to show you what was going on. And no, you are not going to see my welds without me at least going over them once with a grinder. We got our ends and our tie downs on. We got our taillight hangers on. This one still needs a little bit of grinding to be done to it. As I said, I'm not going to show you a close-up because it's ugly. And right now, in between rainstorms here, because it's supposed to have rained all day, so we weren't really prepared to do much of anything, I am going to take apart this and move about 3 inches in, and then we get rid of all these pieces here, I guess, and the spring actually attaches straight to the bracket, which stiffens up and brings this all forward. I know the fender looked a little weird. It looked like the tire was real far back and it was far forward. The reality is the wheel was back. So once we get it positioned up, then we'll be able to figure exactly where the fender fits in. Alright, we just reached emergency abort mode because we just started getting some sprinkles on us and we don't want all this welding and everything else that I actually own laying out in the rain here. So we ditched everything to the garage, and now all we got left is put the wheel back on after we've got our bracket installed and everything seems to be where it should be. It's a little off right now because there's no wheel on here, and that one seems a little stiff for some reason, but we'll get this wheel on, and I guess we're just going to wait out the shower. Well, it's looking like a rained out day. It is sitting different though. Now we got this side up, it's kind of sitting up on this side a little heavier, so. But I got plenty to do. Plenty of boring stuff to do, which I'm sure you all wouldn't be interested in. And it involves cleaning. Here we are after 2 days of rain and a yard mow, which was really needed. But everything has gotten rusty. We're over here finishing off our second set of springs. We've got it all welded up, we got it moved, we're just bolting everything up, and I thought to myself, I haven't filmed anything. So I decided to film something. And just show you how bad my welds really are. I decided to stick weld this together. It's not as bad as it looks. I mean, it could have been worse, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, it's solid as a rock, and a little paint, and nobody really noticed the trailer fender anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this up. And while we're out here, we might as well take a look. Looks good to me. It's sitting a little high on the front end right now because of the tilt of the driveway, but yeah, that's cool. I can dig this. On to bigger and better things. We just got this enormous, expensive delivery. Alright, I've gone ahead. Let's wait a second. It is impressive, isn't it? That's a big ass. Try it again. We need to take the gantry crane down. Let's do that again. You know, if you keep hanging here like this, I'm going to have to name you. And if I name you, then you're a pet. And you won't be able to leave. Yeah, but they're gone.
Maybe some
There's
underwear.
a cheap buy.
I'm trying to think what else. Years of memories.
Scary sad ones. car go by. Okay, let's do this all over again, being that the battery died mid-sentence. We'll have to edit this in. Taillight bars in. One more time. On to better and better things.